Welcome everyone to this RGL Highlander Season 24 Week 4 matchup between Monk Mode and Mandem. I am Zagron, joined by Rogue by my side and Dolphin behind the camera. As always, Rogue, how you doing this week?
What up? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, thanks. Love a good Lakeside. Love a good Invite Highlander match. And I'm excited to see some of these teams I haven't followed too closely, like, some of the way these teams are formed or how well they're doing throughout the season. So it'll be a surprise to me just as much as the audience here how this match shakes out.
Yep, we got two teams that have not appeared on cast yet this season, Monk Mode versus Mandem. We did have a last-minute swap of match because, as it turns out, this is likely going to be the fourth seed decider match come end of the season. So, even though there's a bit of a discrepancy on the table right now between the two, Mandem, I believe, at like 30 match points, Monk Mode at 9. A couple reasons for that. The elephant in the room, Run It Back is dead. They have decided to hang it up for the season. Quite unfortunate considering they are coming off of a third place finish last season. They looked really good, but we did cast them in that week 1 and they did not. They look like a bit of a shell of what they were last season, and it turns out the players may have felt similarly, so they hung it up. As a result, Mandem have been given 9 match points from that match that they would have played later on. Monk Mode, on the other hand, already played that match, so they're 1 match short right now on match points. So they appear far lower on the table. But with the schedules remaining and games to play, it's likely that this is going to be our 4th and 5th place team come end of the season. So this match has a lot of implications.
Right, and I actually think so. Lakeside is like a hard map, not in the way that like the strategy is really deep, but like when you sometimes you could just get hard locked out of that round, or like when one team has really kind of perfected the forward hold, suddenly the entire half passes, like it flashes right before your eyes, right? So I do think this is really that proving ground. Like you said, this match has a lot of implications for the way that playoffs is going to, like which teams are going to make it into playoffs. So I think Lakeside is a great battleground to make that decision.
Yep, and as the teams load into the server, we can go ahead and run down the rosters. On the side of Mandem is going to be Nuts on Scout, Jerry on Soldier, Sholel on Pyro, Exile swinging in on Demo Man, Sweege on Heavy, Ace on Engineer, the Oatsman on Medic, Scourge on Sniper, and Aimbot on Spy.
Excellent. And on the side of Monk Mode, we have Birdo on Scout, Doombringer holding it down on Soldier, TK Pyro, Zebra on Demo, Lizard on Heavy, Nipnop Engineer, Iku Medic, Arbiter on Sniper, and Lemon on Spy.
Yep, and with those rosters now laid out, these are the first time, I mentioned this is the first time we're seeing these two teams on cast, and competing for what is likely a playoff spot. We have some familiar names, some newer names, and on a map like Lakeside, which I personally think is like the Koth map we have, that's, the staple Koth map we have that kind of tests the team cohesion the best. I think on a product you can get away with, a few players really just popping off, Sniper included. Asheville, you have like sects of players who are like your flank, who are going to be Bat Squad, who have the combo playing point. I feel like on Lakeside, your team cohesion is tested the most of our staple Koths. So it's going to be interesting seeing two mid-table teams battle it out with everything on the line.
100%. Especially looking at these rosters now, like getting a little more, like looking a little bit deeper into the bench here, so to speak. I think this actually is a really interesting matchup. Like on Lakeside, you have to look at the snipers. Arbiter's been in Invite for a long time now, and is like a pugger extraordinaire too. Like just has a great aim and like can always put up those numbers. But I remember seeing a couple matches where Scourge really runs away with it. Even looking, for example, someone like Exile is constantly going to be trying to make something happen, constantly making those calls, constantly keeping their team in the fight. But I know players like Doombringer and Birdo offer the exact same. Like they're, going to try and create opportunities and capitalize on them and call their team in around them. Shout out to the, I don't know if anyone's watched Doombringer's YouTube channel, but that's a real fun time hearing him scream at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, and speaking a bit more to the combos here, Exile is ringing in. I'm not sure exactly how much practice he has with the squad. We're up to week 4 right now, so the halfway point of the season. The teams have had like decent chances to get their cohesion up and running. They have match experience by this point. And so Exile coming in as the ringer demo man can be a bit of a blessing and a curse. He definitely is a high skill player overall in Highlander and able to put out the damage when his team needs to, but not having your main demo man, if your demo man was main calling for your team, there can be hiccups there when that transition has to happen on short notice. So we'll see if it affects Mandem's combo at all, if they get put behind on Uber exchanges, or bad positioning happens between the Ubers. So that'll be something to watch for. Predictions are very even right now, basically 3 apiece, slight favor for Mandem, but that's at least hopeful, because what I want to see on Lakeside is all arounds. Lakeside's a map where things go back and forth very easily. We might see a team pull off a bathhouse hold that gets them half the round, and the next round, maybe nothing even remotely like that happens. So I think a nice long match is what we're hoping for between these two, especially with the playoff implications.
Right, and I feel like like really the more I spend looking at these rosters, like really it's anyone's game. I think you're right. The chemistry element by bringing in a new demo man, that's going to have a big impact, because like Exile is fantastic. There's no question there, but it's one of those things where like just by not having drilled this a bunch of times as a team, or like knowing Exile's like body language when he's ready for an Uber versus not ready for it, those are those like maybe once, maybe twice per match that the beam and the demo man are slightly disconnected, and then suddenly we drop our demo in the round saving Uber, and then suddenly we lose the entire round, and then suddenly they get a bunch of momentum. Like, so that can make it really tough. I know another player like TK is like such a solid like glue player on the other side on monk mode this time. Where like, I don't know, TK is just one of those pyros where like it feels like he can do everything and does do everything. So it really, like, I feel like round to round we're gonna have a different MVP each time.
Hopefully, that'd be a lot of fun. One class I do want to highlight here is Scout. Birdo has been around Invite for a while at this point. I kind of have him pegged as a very solid mid-level Invite Scout. I don't believe I've seen Nuts play before, and Lakeside as a map is the Scout map on Koth besides Asheville. Well, I guess that compared to the 3 Koth maps, but Asheville and Lakeside especially, not so much product, are maps where Scout has a lot of free reign. There's just a lot more open space. It's a lot less claustrophobic. As long as your Scout doesn't get 150 body shot when he walks onto the point, Scout can output the most pressure of any class when it comes to these point contests. And it's going to be interesting seeing if Nuts can step up for his team, kind of contest Birdo on those beam fights, and get the pressure moving forward.
Well, it's time. Good morning, everyone. We're going live in just a few seconds here. The match is picking up underway any second. Actually, I think I'm a little bit delayed with my SCV, or maybe they had a short pause here. Yes, that was it. Here we go. Quick pause, quick unpause. Hopefully nothing too... Actually, that might have happened around, like the pause might have happened during the mid-fight. But let's see. Who you got your eye on here for this mid-fight, Zach?
I believe that there's a config issue, actually. We might be resetting, but I'll just cast as if we're not for now. I'm looking at both the demo man here, because XL needs to be able to output the damage while keeping pace with the rest of the team with the calling. Let's see what can happen. It looks like Swede is going up onto the point, killing Birdo, but getting traded out immediately, and Zebra pipes down XL from the start. A lot of damage coming in from the hit scan classes of Mandem, getting so many kills, coming in, all the cleanup, and only Arbiter is left on the side of Monk mode, and they're going to get wiped off of mid. Mandem keep most of their team, including their medic, alive, but they've noted win limit too. I wonder if they're gonna reset, but probably not. I think they're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just unexec after someone gets it to it. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. That actually was a little bit interesting from Arbiter there. He saw aimbot, so you have that long angle. You could take those pot shots on point. So Arbiter actually just like kind of hard scoped and bought an extra 5 seconds before the cap went down. So a nice kind of contest there. But we have the Oatsman with full ad charging in with Exile and taking basically everybody.
And they get here immediately. Igu gets stuck in that wooden tunnel and just gets blown off the map and instantly killed. Really great push by Mandem there, recognizing where the opponents are, taking that full Uber ad. That's what you like to see out of teams, being aggressive with your advantages. Don't just sit back and let the enemy team get set.
Wow, I haven't seen it looks like the teams might be re-executing, we'll see, but I haven't seen a play that aggressive in a long time. That's brilliant. They called that aggressive play, and again, it's not like they really had to. Like, you could have even waited a while, but don't give the offense a minute to breathe. Right now, roll this new ad into another aggressive play. Play your sniper on this high ground that you completely control. We have Doombringer actually got all the way in behind enemy lines. We have Nuts going to try and clear that out.
It looks like MM are sitting in spawn right now. I think they're trying to get a re-exec going, which should be the case if if the config is not right and you realize the config is not right from the start and it affects the gameplay, then you need a re-exec. So We might need to get an admin in here to force the re-exec. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, it's hard to speak to the exact rules. Yeah, shout out to the admin team. Thanks for helping figure this one out. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
They're complaining about okay, obviously Manam's not gonna be happy because they won mid, right? After mid,
Yeah.
Monk Mode had like a couple players waiting for the re-exec. There's just a bit of a mess right now, but
Yeah, tough to say. Apparently they're speaking with the admins right now, so fair enough. We'll see which way they come back, but yeah, it does suck for Mandem to like have had such a strong advantage and to lose it, but then again, to your point, like it seems like some of Monk Mode wasn't like aware that they were playing it out, and then probably they were still
yeah, I mean that's what it's gonna be. It's always gonna be contentious between the teams because the team that wins isn't gonna want to re-exec, and the team that loses is gonna want to re-exec. It just matters what the rule is, and if win limit 2, if the config is wrong from the outset, and it's said that the config is wrong at the outset, like someone says the config is wrong, then you should re-exec it. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. They yeah, hopefully we'll get this sorted out pretty soon. We'll see. But right now, yeah, they're still really going at it here in the game chat. Anyway, I am hoping. So first of all, I think we saw one of those mid fights where you kind of have to make a decision where like if we're kind of losing mid, do you go and like completely sell out, or do you try and back up with the players you still have alive? I am a aggressive player, so I will call to sell out more often than not. And so I saw that also from Monk Mode here. So like Monk Mode kind of going in, like going all in basically on the first mid fight of the game. And then Mandem going all in for an ad Uber when the enemy team had like 40% maximum. We seriously have a game on our hands, but I haven't seen a Lakeside like this in a long time. I feel like I'm so used to the like the hyphen teams, the Blake teams, who will play that super regimented, like really strong, unbreakable holds on ruins. But I haven't seen a lot of this like loose, dynamic playstyle in a while.
I'd want to like go back and watch the mid fight because I feel like the re-exec was called for earlier. Like the wrong config was called for or was called out early because I think I saw the monk mode demo man Zebra was kind of just standing still on mid, assuming there would be like a re-exec. I feel like I didn't see him like trying to move around. He did end up piping exile, but I feel like this is just a bit of a mess right now.
Oh, that's funny. I thought Zebra was looking for an arrow. Makes sense.
I think he got the arrow and then kept staying still. I'm not sure. I need to watch it back, but either way, we're just trying to get this sorted out right now for you guys.
Yeah, I'm I like oh, we're just getting a quick
That'd be a good solution. Yeah,
yeah,
Dolphin
quick
says
heads up
that
from production.
they might re-exec with the correct config and start with Mandem having cap the mid.
Yeah, I do appreciate, like, to your point, the rules exist to be followed, or like this is why we need the rules. Like when it's both teams kind of have a point, we have to have a systematic way of making that decision. But we all want a good game of TF2, even the players here. So if they're able to come to some gentleman's agreement, then great. But at the end of the day, if they go with the official ruling, then that's great as well. We'll see what both teams are comfortable with and what they agree to. Yeah, because there's a big debate between like the spirit of the law versus the word of the law, and so kind of meeting in the middle here I think would be good. But well, obviously it's up to the teams and what they believe to be fair, because we don't know, like, was Zebra actually just like screwing around waiting for a re-exec? We can't know. It has to come from the team.
Okay, we have our proposition that's been laid out. We'll see if Monk Mode hit the ready up on it. The proposition is we re-exec with correct config. Mandem starts with the point cap, and once the point gets capped, then Monk Mode can walk out of spawn as a team.
Huh.
We'll see if the agreement comes through.
We have them asking, do you all agree? We need you all to agree, says the Mandem side. And then Nipnop says, Townsy says, it's over. So We playing a little bit of telephone here in the all chat. Yeah, we'll see if they agree to the terms. And again, if not, who's to say? But just a reminder also for everyone, the
I mean, if they don't agree, we need the admins to force a decision anyway. So it's like something has to be come to.
right. A lot of all the brightest minds in Highlander here, practicing their diplomacy, really working their rhetoric. What is the stat from? What am I thinking of? Disco Elysium.
I've never played that game. Not even Persuasion.
That's great.
Talking about how Mandem is insinuating that Monk Mode kept playing, but honestly, it didn't look like they kept playing to me. It kind of looked like they sat and spawned with a few players. I think instead of like waiting Mandem is saying they want 1 minute off the clock before Monk Mode can move. I think just letting them have cap and then letting them move is more fair. That's just me personally. Because like it was kind of obvious that they stopped playing, but it's hard for Mandem to see that because they don't have wall hacks like we do.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I am finding these comments a little bit funny where apparently someone accidentally unpaused and then they accidentally kept walking forward to fight the point and play the round. But at the same time, like,
I mean, you're just gonna say
it's so hard to wrangle 9 Yeah, exactly.
Like, I really do believe they should just re-exec with config, have Mandem cap the point, and once point is capped, Monk Mode can roll out.
Yeah, there's actually a quote from, oh, wait, who is this quote from? Oh, I can't remember. Was it it was either one of the Polish players, like, on one of, like, the Taz Old Virtus Pro teams, or maybe one of the Brazilian teams, like, Fallen, but, they said something like, guys, if this small difference in the round was enough between us winning and losing, then we didn't deserve to win in the first place. Like, if really Mandem is the better team, but, you know, they will win 4 rounds at the end of the day, even without this one mid fight. I mean, it was a pretty dominant mid, I will say, but like, you know, I feel like we're here to see which team is better, not to nitpick the little details. But...
yeah, I mean, this is all like small potatoes. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't matter which team is better or worse. We should just... This is the kind of decision that the players can't completely make objectively, where Mandem is like insisting that Monk Mode kept playing, but like to us, it was obvious like half the players were standing still.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever admin is overseeing this issue right now, no one's talking about admins. Okay, thank you, Dolphin. Okay, well, someone has to make a decision. Can it be us? Can we make the decision?
Recreating the rulebook from scratch here. Chiseling the 10 Commandments into stone. Where were you, chat, when Exile became the one true God?
God, I wish I was in the server so I could type to them. I really think that like the objective best thing is that they get capped and then Monk Mode can roll out.
It was really fun last week when there was no STV, so we were just in spec and got to.
I messaged the leaders earlier because I was trying to get the cast to change this. I'm just gonna message them now. Why not? This is a wing. We're winging the cast, okay?
Yeah. I don't know. I hope though, like, this isn't too distracting. Like, I know for some players, like, again, for us, like, I mean, it's easy for us to say, obviously, as people not in the game, but even for the people in the game, like, there's a lot of people who just want to play good TF2. I mean, some people are even saying, like, man, I just want to play. But there are other people who really care a lot about this type of rule decision and the implications of losing versus winning that mid and the disad fight, right? So I don't know, I hope it doesn't like hit their mental too hard. Like, I hope they're able to stay focused, stay like super aggressive, make the right call at the right time, not just like have the kind of momentum killer here holding you back.
All right, I messaged both team leaders.
What if we call some infighting? I'm gonna message each team and say the other team thinks you should forfeit the round, and which is not true. Maybe I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, they said they're reaching out to an admin now. I mean, the admin was not gonna have seen the issue, right?
Yeah, yeah. I woke up this morning and I chose violence. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna The admins should make quick work of this, I think. Like, honestly, it's been long enough. Like, just playing out the round, I think, is really not a big deal. Like, it's also good this happened, like, right at the beginning of the round versus, like, you know, imagine the score's 3-3 with double overtime or something. Like, that would be a way bigger deal, but we'll see what the admins have to say. Thanks to the staff team here for helping out.
Yeah, I'm just communicating right now with the players.
Well, Nipnop said that, Townsy said that, Rogue said that, Dolphin said that, the admin said we should, yeah, really playing a lot of telephone here. It is insane, like, I don't know, just being able to, so quickly communicate here. I don't know why, I still find it funny, like, there's an issue with this, match here, and yeah, bringing in the rest of the admins and these players, like, just arguing it out in the public chat and their private chats, and, reaching out externally, too. Yeah, we're trying to. It's these chat messages are freaking flying through, which is extra funny because like some of the regular like casting essentials and spectator plugin stuff are playing for me, but then some of the messages are just like, "Hey guys, we need to know what's going on." Sure. Oh man, this one from Dolphin in the Twitch chat. We could have been one round from finishing if we did the other match. Well, what is the score?
The other match is 3-0. It would have been done.
Wow. I do appreciate that Lakeside does have a lakeside, except my teammates do not like when I call that the enemies are on the lakeside. You know, not a lot of
well,
no one has that
when you're playing the map, you're never actually to the side of the lake except when you're in that health pack room.
That's why it's obvious when I make that call that it's like a really weird spot for them to be in. Communication is how much information you can convey as quickly as possible, like the density of information and the quantity of it. This is an information theoretically strong call. Everyone but me is wrong. Okay, it's not so much a lake as it is like a wall of water into an infinite cliff. Oh wait, the skybox is also on the floor with more clouds. Interesting. I'm really stopping to smell the roses here. We even have, what is this? What do you call it's like a boat with like the really big fan on top that blows air instead of water. I always confuse a pontoon and a pagoda. I think it's a pontoon. Can we get a, warmer? There it is. What is this thing? Pontoon seems right. An airboat.
Is it really called an airboat? I've heard fan boat. Yeah, I've heard fan boat.
Well, bayou boat makes sense because, like, I know they use it like in the swamps and stuff, but this is not a swamp. This is like a desert. There's nothing that would get stuck in your propeller here, so why not put the propeller in the water? Indiana Jones boat. All right, thanks everyone for your patience sticking with us. We have the admins on the case. We'll get this sorted out as quickly as we can.
I don't even know if there's not the case yet. They said that they talked to one. I wish I knew who it was so I can discuss with them. Okay, here for all the audience to get you in on this, since like we're bored here, right? And I'm guessing you guys are a bit bored too, watching nothing. But Mandem wants a free cap plus 1 minute off the clock before monk mode can leave spawn. Monk mode wants a full restart. I personally think that they should meet in the middle because mid was played out it was after mid that it was obvious to me that some of the monk mode players weren't moving. I still hold by my proposition of mid cap is free and then monk mode can leave spawn, but apparently the other match is done. Fantastic. We actually would have been out of here.
I don't know about you guys. I like TF2. I wanna see what happens. I'm glad to be here. Where's the whimsy? I'm the only one left. Fighting the good fight. The players, yeah, Dolphin is right. Nobody is winning so far. I feel like it's like when a stoppable force meets a movable object. Like a lot of messages have gone by, but none of them have substance. So a lot of things have been discussed, but nothing has gotten us closer to continuing the round.
There's no way both teams are going to be totally satisfied. We have to force a compromise. There's actually like no way around it.
So I don't know. I guess we get to wax lyrical or like whatever. Just getting to talk a long time. I just love the competition element of the game. Like I'm not one of those people that has to win, and I'm really upset if I lose. So like I don't know. I feel like if I'm on the mandem team here, I'm like, screw it. Let's just re-exec and play it out. If I'm on the monk mode team, I'm like, yeah, sure. Just take the minute, we'll play from behind. It is what it is. So I don't know, I feel like not necessarily that I favor peace more than anything, but just like I don't know, I want to get back to the game. And like again, both teams have a reasonable point. We'll see what the admins have to say, and again, thanks for help making these decisions, but still a little bit tough.
I just sent both team leaders my proposition because like someone has to make the decision. I'm telling them that we have to. Yeah, oh, wish that is so true. Because the other matches are ending, all of Invite is watching too. That's so funny, actually. I sent both team leaders my proposition that mandem caps mid, and when mid gets capped, monk mode can leave spawn on frame 1 of mid getting capped.
And sorry, let me send a message. I'll pay you double what Zag is paying you if you do the opposite. Oh wait, sorry, and we're back.
Yeah, just good question. Should they be allowed to build Uber and spawn?
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Or no, I think it was only 20 to 7.
Their med died on mid, so it should have to be like what? You can build Uber after 30 seconds, the round starting?
Or at least when Mandem took the ad push, they got EQ,
I don't know the exact timing of the medic dying. Because the most fair thing would be your medic starts charging on like 10 seconds after their death to simulate the respawn. But I don't know exactly when the med died, so I'm thinking like just 30 seconds, maybe. I don't know. Because if mid's free, then there's no contention, so the med wouldn't die as fast.
It's where am I? We're taking a quick stroll here down a fever dream I had when I was 8. Well, we'll take a minute to plug the RGL LAN. So in basically a month from now, we have it's the week of July 24th through 26th. Sorry, the weekend of the 24th to 26th of July. RGL 6's Invite National Championship. The top 4 teams will be duking it out for all the marbles. We also have an open cup, like so teams can sign up and just get 6 players together and compete for like the tournament basically live. And finally, there's a bunch of spectator passes, like spots seats to spectate from. There's RGL merch. Get to meet the players, hang out with everybody, enjoy the sights, the sounds. There's so much fun that happens at LAN. A whole bunch of antics.
You might be able to gamble with Dolphin like he's doing right now. Honestly, this is the best part of the stream so far, Dolphin. A+ on this one. Oh, Blackjack, he did it.
Sorry, I looked away for 4 seconds, and this feels like a different fever dream already.
I mean, we're here, we're experiencing it, so... Okay, I need to know what admin we're talking to about this, or like, what's the decision being made, because like, we can't just sit here all night.
Yeah, no, very grateful for the RGL staff to give a hand here as always. It's not easy being an admin. It's not easy running this league, but someone's got to make these tough calls. So hopefully they're able to figure it out soon. For anyone just joining us, hello to our now doubled viewer count because half of Invite is here. Here's what happened. So Mandem wins mid number 1, but some of the Monk Mode players like apparently weren't really trying for it because the config was wrong. It was win limit 3 instead of 2.
I think they played mid out for the most part.
Yeah, they played out the mid, and then there was a pause as well, but they also unpaused and then went to mid after the pause.
The pause was after mid.
Oh right, because yeah, sorry. So maybe that was around the ad push. Was the pause?
The answer I got in the DM I sent is that apparently they were asked to re-exec after mid, and if that's the case, then I think mid should count. But I think the 1 minute that Mandem is asking for is too much. Because if Monk Mode have to wait and spawn, then that's already 30 seconds off the clock, right? Like, it takes them like 20 seconds just to walk everyone from spawn to the point anyway. Plus, they have to do it while walking uphill on a team that's on the point.
Yeah, also, yeah, so because I see Fish mentions in the chat here, like, I thought you could change the win limit live. Was there something else wrong with the config? If so, I'm not aware.
Apparently, no, it's just win limit. But if they were asked to re-exec, then that's a different story. And they're saying that they were asked to re-exec.
Yeah. Wow, the camera turning with you there really gave me some motion sickness I haven't felt in a long time. You ever play Killing Floor 1? When you die, your camera doesn't have a vertical lock, so you can like look straight up at the sky and then keep going and like do a backflip. It's the most disorienting thing I've seen in a game. Question is, what is this? Welcome to the RGL Invite Highlander Week 4 match between Monk Mode and Mandem. I am Rogue, joined by Admiral Zagrol. We're bringing you...
Yeah, that's me. Mr. Roll.
We're bringing you a snow globe. Wait. It's... Ah!
Dolphin, you can't put that on the screen.
I mean, TF2 is a rated mature game, right? Which I think means I can swear. But no, I've been saving my saving the swears for when it matters most.
Okay, a ticket has been opened with head admin, so hopefully we get things sorted soon. Score is 0-0. Match hasn't started. Dolphin's score is $1,570,000. Yeah, it's like I said, there's no way both teams are going to be totally satisfied. It's just a conclusion has to be reached, so we can play the goddamn game.
You know, the trying times here in you know, the at least in the US, the economy's not like it used to be, so we gotta fill up this prize pool no matter which way. It's funny.
Dolphins gambling away the land funds as we speak.
No, you don't understand. This is how we can get Banny double. Wait a second. I do like that you can just yeet the dice onto the table. Physical comedy gets me.
I just noticed Dolphin has the tag teams figure out how to play.
Well, I said this, almost 10 minutes ago, maybe. Like, I really hope that the mental here isn't shattered. For these teams,
mad. Both teams are mad. I'd be mad if I was forced to wait.
Yeah, like, do you think you can go through this like litigation and?
It's just a she said he said. Like, they're both gonna want their terms, and like they both can't have their terms. It's just why we need an admin to decide. And the ticket's open, so we're just waiting on the decision, I guess. That's all that we can do. Again, like, no one's gonna be totally satisfied. That's just the nature of this. Apparently, admin is not responding.
Yeah, let's see. We had a decision here from... Oh, this is intentional. Great. I was just sending out a quick message like, by the way, we can see your Steam chat. But no, it's supposed to be here.
Yeah, he's
of course,
highlighting
Dolphin
the
is
text.
this
He
good.
wants to let everyone know, apparently.
Yeah, 30 minutes ago, the ruling was passed down already. Please just re-exec, but that would be too easy.
Okay,
what
well,
do we want?
if Dolphin told them they can re-exec, then there would... then they can re-exec. But I see why if it happened after mid, then mid should stay played.
Well, I think I'm also figuring out what's happening on stream. So, do you like wake up and then have a certain amount of time to make money, and then you get in the getaway car?
You have to. When you get to the casino, you have 5 minutes to make your quota, and if you don't, you die.
So it's like a roguelike.
I
I
call it
see.
a roguelike?
Gamble with your friends. There we go. The gang's all here. Even Twitch chat is turning on each other. These are dire times. Don't worry, everyone. We're bringing you some highlighter action as quick as we can. I spent a lot of time studying like game theory and like all these like machine learning things and stuff like that, and it's kind of crazy how, I don't know, obviously some games they say like, oh, in blackjack you can like count cards, or like there's always an optimal thing to do based on what you have as a hand, but stuff like poker, like it's insane how the meta shifts, and then how computers shift the meta, and then how computers play against computers shift the meta, and then, you know, computers learning how computers play against computers. Like, we're abstracting so far away, but I don't know, it's theoretically really cool. I haven't seen a computer drink that strong though. That's all I'll say. This is definitely one of the most motion sickness inducing games I've seen in a good while, which I think adds like a nice edge to it. Like, I don't want to get so comfortable that, like, you know, it doesn't light a fire under me, right? Oh my god. So yeah, I see. Which, so apparently there was a lot that happened too. Like,
they ask to re-exec, and apparently production responded yes. That may have been a mistake, but if they were told that they should re-exec, then that's not their fault.
And also, like, apparently one of the teams like accidentally unpaused, like, before like asking if they were ready or not and stuff too. But yeah, so like there was just a lot of miscommunication.
I mean, this is a mess from all parties. Us included, if you think about it.
I mean, I'm having fun.
You can have fun while making a mess.
That is true. God, does the camera spawn in a random, like, XYZ position?
No, that's just you in a box. That is your camera.
Oh god. You can also take this time to check out the RGL merch. If you type exclamation merch, we have a seasonal rotating line of different art and graphics printed onto the different types of merch there. I love a lot of mine. Probably my favorite RGL merch is the Secret Strats notebook, which I actually use at work all the time. It's really great to have like a planning meeting for a new project, and then like finishing the meeting by closing off the Secret Strats book and holding it up. What more could you want?
Honestly, Rogue, you can be a lot more professional right now than I can be. I'm sure Dolphin's thinking that too when he's just playing Gamble with your friends.
I don't know why the double fisting the single bottle is like, I don't know, there's like a, I don't know, just some kind of deliberate focus that, to be honest, I feel like I'm lacking. I don't know, I have a long way to go. I haven't even begun to be professional. Playing musical chairs with the slots there. The map reservation is ending, so the teams had to scramble back in to extend the server reservation. Send a picture. What of the Secret Strats notebook? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, RGL merch is nice. I like it a lot. This game is fun. You play the Chameleon game, Zag?
I've seen videos of it. I've not played it myself. I have an update. Apparently the admins are in a call talking about the situation. So that's your update. Back to gambling.
Yeah, and anyone just joining us, I see a couple new faces here in chat. First of all, good to see you. Second of all, they played out the round on, or like started the round on win limit 3, mandem 1 mid, and then, they mistakenly started on win limit 3, and then they played the mid, and then mandem even won a ad push after that, and then there was like a pause, and then a surprise unpause, and then they sat and spawned for a while the round timer kept ticking, and then they just straight re-exec'd. So now the teams are trying to decide, like, do we start from scratch? Do we start with one team getting mid? Where do we, like, how do we pick up from where they left off?
One team asked production if they could re-exec when that really wasn't production's call. A re-exec came through after they were given confirmation from that front. And then the team is complaining that they shouldn't have re-exec'd, while the other team is saying they were allowed to re-exec. Is basically the conflict, but yeah, just waiting on the admins to make their decision. They're in a call talking about it, so they are on the case. That is at least good. Yeah, whose idea was it to cast this match anyway?
Who knows? Hard to say. Yeah, that's funny. That is true. Yeah, all of the other matches. Actually, was everything yeah. What was the score of the other match, actually? Both were a 4-0. Got you. Okay. Yeah, what if we agree that no one is allowed to play the match and we bring in 18 ringers here from chat in the booth? So we got 3 of us in here running the show, so we need only 15 more volunteers from chat to get this match back online. Only you can save RGL Week 4 Highlander Lakeside Week match.
We could just decide the outcome based on Dolphins gambling results.
I think Fish is way ahead of you. He's already decided the score for round 1. Who's to say what he's got to say about round 2? Could be
Dolphins,
anyone's
is
game
there,
in
is
the
there a
eyes of Fish.
50-50 game on this floor, Dolphin? If there is, we need to decide our winner here. Yeah, roll the dice. Evens, Mandem win. Odds, Monk Mode win.
Okay, they're allowed to play out the round, except we turn on the Disrupt Cup config only for Monk Mode. And then they get set to like randomly explode or... Actually, probably the benefits are mostly good, so...
Ooh, odd. I guess we know who wins. Okay, we have confirmation. There's going to be a 1-0 start for Monk Mode. No, for Mandem, rather, for Mandem. Because the re-exec was illegal. So there we go.
Can I get a Fish was right in chat? He really called it. He knew what all of us took 40 minutes to figure out.
Alright, well that's the decision. So we just gotta wait for the ready up to go, and then we'll be in.
So, also, now the question is, since one team is being given the round, how do we set the new win limit?
They're
and
gonna
the
set win
solution
limit
is
2, and if Mandem win, just re-exec.
Which is also what they could have done at the start of the game, right? Just on exec after someone gets 2 rounds.
The ironic thing is if Monk Mode said yes to the original proposition of cap with 1 minute, it's technically better for them. But, you know, that's just how it goes.
I feel like, I don't know if anyone's a wrestling fan. I am not, but I do love the ethos of it. Getting these like rivalries, you know, the drama, a quick re-exec, not going live just yet, but very soon, I hope.
Yeah, Dolphins got to get into the SCV.
You got to get a little bit under their skin, you know. If we're all, you know, just clock in, clock out, then, you know, what is it all for? But here it's like, they wronged us by unjust re-exec, or like, how dare they claim the round even after, you know, this drama, it makes it a little spicy, you know. What's not to love?
Dolphin, I think that's the wrong lakeside. I don't think there's supposed to be a death pit there.
Whoa. I always forget what this game looks like without like the Minecraft graphic config, like all the flat textures.
Ever since I stopped playing and started only casting, I've taken off my graphics config. Well, not fully, but I've taken off the Minecraft textures, yeah.
I thought those were teeth. I see now they're logs. You learn something new every day. See, this pause is pretty good.
Don't say that.
I do love the look at this map though, like the lighting, all the... I don't know, those weirder angles are really interesting too. I kind of like the exposed dance floor as well. Oh god,
We have
let me think.
mandem readied up. Monk mode still does not like the result, so they're refusing to ready up right now. But if the admins made their decision, they made the decision. You have to go with it, otherwise you forfeit. Arbiter's making the "we did not know" defense. That one will go far in court.
Your Honor, I said it's my bad.
Your Honor, I was just joking.
Wait, why, lore-wise, why does the... Oh, I guess the Bombonomicon, what is it like? I guess I'm just wondering why it has the demo icon on it. Is that explained, like, in the comics or something? I haven't read the comics in so long.
I don't know anything about the lore of this game, except that, like, the giant floating eye is Demo Man's eye, and that's all I know.
Wait, those are real words? Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta dig into that one. Oh my god. This seems... I love that it's moving. You're really... It's a skill shot to...
Yeah, I can't
yeah.
read that.
There's even a Erasmus quote. Look at that. Oh, you're a genius. Hack the mainframe. Huh. I want to read the comics again. It's been a long time. Of course they put the freaking sticker that you can never possibly get off of anything. Hello, Valve. And it's 666. What? Come on.
Confirmation.
Right, the teams are starting soon.
They're going to be starting soon, guys. It is currently 9:30. 1 hour past set start time.
Well, it's not, you know, no, you never know what happens if they need a quick tactical pause, 40 seconds in. Really make sure we set a nice first impression on that mid-fight.
Yeah, look on the bright side, though. At least one round's off the board already, so... Potentially 25% of the match is over.
Yeah, the 1 hour long round timer. Like what, probably 15 kills in the entire round, and here we are basically an hour later. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. We're going live in 15 seconds. Wake up, we're back.
Wake up. Is already episode
Here we go.
We're going to be getting this one started on Lakeside for real. Mandem start 1-0 because of the ruling. They're going to be on red, monk mode on blue. As apparently Dolphin can't connect. Fantastic. Someone kick someone else out of the STV. We'll radio cast mid. As if this couldn't
Should it be
more
me
scuffed.
and I'll just guess what happened?
Okay, Exile got sniped immediately, so now monk mode walking up onto the point. Bathhouse fight happening a little bit. Advantage towards Mandem. They're going to kill Lizard and Lemon and Birdo, so it looks like the elongated mid is going in favor of Mandem. Iku alive, though, still charging Uber. Both teams at around 65%. And contest still happening. Mid's not been capped. A lot of players down on either side. Respawn's coming in now. Point is dead even. Still no cap for either team.
Yeah, this both medics still alive. Basically just Jerry is the only person down on either side. We have Monk Mode has full control of Bathhouse and slight control of the point. But the Mandem here walking forward with Exile, they do trade on point, both teams exchanging those Ubers. We're now working our way back into Bathhouse, which is kind of swung back and forth between each
Still no
team.
cap, by the way. It's still mid-fight. It's been mid-fight for the past like 30 seconds to a minute. It looks like now Mandem or Monk Mode have more players alive on the point. It barely gets stopped though. Both meds popped Uber, not much happening after that. Birdo now on the point capping. Dolphin has connect. We're gonna get in there. The scuffed hopefully will end here. Cap went in favor of Monk Mode, but it looks like they lost too many players and are going to be backing up. Recap over the Mandem. If you think about it, you only missed like the pre-mid fight. You saw the tail end of the first mid fight.
Yeah, we all made it. Actually, wait, I kind of missed that. Monk Mode did get a quick capture down, and then Mandem captured right back, so, I don't know, only 14 seconds off the clock. Monk Mode now working the way through this long angle. Iku actually just standing straight in the sniper sightline. The Oats man does have a 15 ad. I don't think they're going to use it. Yeah, that's correct. They do back up. And actually,
Yeah, 2 picks for Monk Mode. Gonna let them walk onto the point here. Lemon's in the back line. Might have a decloak angle in a second. We'll see. Scourge is over on the bridge, peeking onto the point. You got to be careful walking up here if you are Monk Mode. But they are going to force this Uber out of Mandem. Runner on forward is Birdo and co. Getting some damage down. Or Nuts, rather, trying to back up. Now Uber out from Monk Mode, getting some kills. Stab onto Scourge from Lemon is pretty good, but Lizard goes down as well, so player advantage in favor of the respawning Monk Mode. They're going to get some players back out onto the point. Nuts has been flamed down, and the jump in from the Soldier. Damage coming in, Spy on the point, stabbing TK, and Cap's still not through.
It feels like Monk Mode has been winning this for so long, but I actually love this out of Mandem. Like, they're sending one person to fight against 4 and they die for it, but they're doing that like on repeat. And actually really find some Swede here to grab Lizard at the last second there. So they are actually playing full on point, completely abandoned the Bathhouse here. Lemon is in behind enemy lines and will be calling this out. This point capture is going down so slowly from the side of Monk Mode, so hopefully they're able to get a little bit more time on it. Actually, Birdo does keep the point from ticking back, but 80% in a big ad. Here comes Doombringer for a massive bomb and gets the med.
Yep, and now Cap from Monk Mode. That's the door they needed into the round. Lemon and Zuba are going to get killed, though, at the very end of this. So bleeding a couple players. There will be time for Mandem to spawn and walk forward. Aimbot going to get taken down, though, by TK in downtime. Jerry jumping back, trying to get out of Bathhouses. Bath now controlled by Monk Mode. Let's see what they can do with point control. 65% Uber. It's a 50% ad for them.
We have this ad is so nice for Iku, but like you still like really want to contest the point right up here. Oh, a quick 2K, yeah, nice shots rattling them off here. And the offense is just unbearable. Like the Mandem here working their way across the point, especially having that heavy peek out like, you know, halfway through the point cap time. Like anyone who was contesting isn't anymore. And they're actually collapsing on the enemy ruins.
Yeah, this is 98, 99. They're gonna, they don't get even 99% dead. Jerry coming out of Bath and taking him down right before they got. And just like that, Monk Mode's last real doorway into this round, it falls by the wayside. Mandem now with a full Uber ad.
Yeah, we're now this full ad on Ruins. Actually, a nice shot from Arbiter onto Jerry there. Doombringer and Nipnop making their way through. They actually shove the back off Ruins. That means the rest of their team can commit from both main and the far side of point, the lake side of point, if you will. And I think you will now that I mention it. We actually got so much ground here from the Monk Mode team, but they're still full ad for the Oatsman here.
Yep. Scourge gonna back out of Bath, gonna take the back angle, but it's left alone and stabbed by Lemon. That's a really good entry pick. Uber popped out on point for Mandem, gonna be backing up. Birdo trying to get the kill onto Nuts, taken very low, but Nuts does survive. In the meantime, point presence up from Monk Mode, trying to cap this one up and get back on the timer. Jump from the Soldier. Jerry can't land the second rocket. Iku survives, and that's going to be capped over to Monk Mode, so they're trying to get some good time here. Big stab onto Speech over there. Doombringer's in onto the Oatsman, taking down that medic. It is now full Uber ad for Monk Mode. This is their avenue back into the game.
There's so many times here. Oh, so close. They end up not finding it. Iku stays alive for now with that full ad, actually. So they have a lot of time to tick off the clock, but they have a full ad to do it with. Exile and Aimbot only spawning just now, so even your Spy isn't going to be in position for a long time. But man, I swear I called it before the match, but like it feels like Doombringer is constantly like ripping his team back into this game. Like it's hard to reset the mental, but Doombringer finding a hero play onto the medic twice is insane.
Yeah, taking low in Bath, left alone, gets the full pack, but probably has to vacate the premises, and we'll just get out of dodge there. Arbiter scoped through it. Anyone who peeks might get their head taken off, but here's the Uber from the combo, trying to jump around. They get ace immediately, but that's not really the pick you need. Shola followed up. Scourge doesn't know, and he will get punished for it. That's 3 kills on the Uber, make it 4 with aimbot going down, and even though they don't get the medic, that's a lot of space held. Look at Lemon, he's in the back, trying to get onto the medic, can't quite get that final shot onto the Oatsman, and now Uber advantage back in Mandem's court.
Anyone new to Highlander, ad pushes are really good, ad Ubers are really good, but you need your spy to be in position behind the enemy medic. If they had waited for aimbot to get behind, or sorry, if they had waited for
Doombringer's trying to get onto
Lemon.
the Oatsman here, but just dead immediately. In the meantime, Arbiter wins the SBS into Scourge, but it is going to be Uber now popped out from Mana, but they've already lost 3. It's not looking great for them quite yet. Need to get some kills here or some space, but no kills. They get Doombringer at the very end, but can be everyone else still healthy. With Sholo going down, there's a numbers ad for Monk mode. They're going to try and deny this push.
Yeah, amazing from TK to eat that entire Uber. They're so low on the side of Mandem. They're stuck on the low ground. They haven't got the point cap. Iku now on 100% Uber.
Stabbed again. Lemon finding this pick so often. Yeah, like you said, this Uber now coming out onto the combo, trying to get as many kills as they can. Anything works. Stab onto Sholel. Teleporter is going to get stabbed if no one can come back. It's just this heavy Swede in the bathhouse. Gets the kill, but taken out. As a result, Pyro in behind TK, burning them all down. Help coming in. And that's going to be Monk mode taking our first, technically second round here. And they're going to tie things up at 1-1. So we're back to square one.
Now it's anyone's game. Yeah, ooh. We have a yeah, Ashley asking the tough questions. Who deserves this win? I mean, that we kind of said this at the beginning, like, if one round was really the difference maker, especially the first round, like, you know, the last round is the time that you have really learned what your opponent is trying to do and have had all the opportunities to counter it, right? So, if the single round at the start of the match really made or break is the make or break point, then, you know, that means you must not be the better team. But here we go, mid, technically number 2, really number 3. Doombringer down so quickly, and actually a lot of Monk mode going down real fast.
Jerry's on the medic, but reflected, not going to land much damage onto Iku at all. Iku taken low now by a sticky bomb, but will get out of dodge. Too many players dead for Monk mode. They have to vacate mid. They're going to get out. And first cap of this round going to go in favor of Mandem. Both meds up on full Uber in just a moment, though.
This 80 Uber on each side. So right now, Monk mode are working their way through tunnel. They are now onto ruins. It always is tough. Like, Scourge is actually not watching in this angle, so they have a free cross. Iku is able to get a lot closer to the point. They're kind of taking their time with it, but they kind of see that basically no one's in Bathhouse. Actually, Mandem are playing to retake Bathhouse, so exchange Ubers on point and then collapse in post.
Yep. Headshot onto Berto immediately is a really tough one to eat for Monk mode. No one able to kind of take this high ground space as Nuts is uncontested. Zebra trying to walk up and sticky down the scout, but Nuts moving well, gets back to the team, and now Uber popped out from both sides over the top of the point. Good flash to TK to keep him somewhat healthy, as Uber going to end pretty unceremoniously. Everyone alive except the red spy right now. Lemon in the backlines wants to find a stab, but just gets 180 headshot by Scourge. Some revenge there coming through.
No Ubers here. I love these kind of post fights where neither team is a clear winner. Losing the spy is a really tough one, and now losing Lizard as well. This puts Mandem in a great spot, but they lose their heavy in turn. So right now there's just kind of this chaos here. Monk mode really want to finish the cap, but Mandem really don't want to give it up. It's a scout fight on the point.
Yeah, both living, but Cap denied for now. Jerry forced to get out of Bathhouse, so that pressure's going to be in just a moment. Meantime, Cap very close. Cleaver onto Nuts' face, going to take him down. Lemon in the back again, but here comes a pipe forward onto Verno, and we'll get body shot by a shotgun at the very end of it, so he will go down as well. Lemon not able to find anything on the decloak, so point does get capped by Monk mode. It's their first of the round. Doombringer in the back, gets the mini, but not really much else. They get Scourge with the help of Nipnop though, so that's a pretty decent pick. The question is, can Monk mode contest, because they're far back right now.
Yeah, this and there's so much Uber too on the side of Mandem. Like, they're going to get this point capture. They're going to be full Ubers, but there's still 2 down on the side of Monk mode. They're close to the point, but like there's not much they can do with it. Like, you can't edge the point, you can't win Bathhouse. You really need your pick classes to come online here, but their soldier to spawn. Tough to say.
A lot of sticky damage onto Berto, has to get out of dodge, needs an arrow. Zebra 2 very low, but Scourge is stabbed, Swede is stabbed. Lemon finds those picks he was looking for. Berto going to cleaver down Exile, and that's going to be a pretty free fight win for the side of Monk mode. Uber has to get popped just to get their medic out of dodge, but I don't even think Oatsman's going to make it out. If Lemon has anything to say about it, good rocket from Jerry, and just like that, Oatsman is out into the tunnel, so that is the very silver lining, but it is a good fight win for Monk mode. They'll take the teleporter.
Ooh. And yeah, late find. this is one of those like chemistry things we mentioned, right? Where like the Oatsman here, like maybe not playing as much with Exile as their normal Demo Man. Like, do I use on Exile when he's 60 HP? Yes or no? Honestly, for me playing with Exile, it's a yes, but for someone like Jared, it's a no. They'll call it and make it really clear, right? So that's just some of that chemistry stuff coming into play here. Exile actually taking so much damage on point, going to single digits, getting shoved all the way back. So right now, Monk Mode are doing a good job of contesting this point.
Yeah, especially with both pick classes from Mandem getting taken down there. Now bomb from Jerry, looking for the medic, and that's a good rocket onto Iku, taking him down very quickly. And now full Uber ad for Oatsman and co. Mandem looking good in this second round here, as Scourge now posted up on Ruins, taken down by Arbiter. That's a good counter snipe win, but a lot of ground to make up for Monk Mode here.
Yeah, and the full ad too, like having the point and ad, like that's impossible. Or not impossible, but it's so tough to get into. Yeah, great work. Oh, the backward surge from the Oatsman. Getting past Lemon and Zebra and Doombringer, oh my, still full ad.
Yeah, and even though they have a good Devilman pick, they don't have much space. Ambo gonna decloak and not get Arbiter, so able to stay alive now is that blue sniper. Gonna relocate over to Bat's side, as the rest of the Monk Mode are very slow getting out here. They have to know that Oatsman has Uber, so that needs to get popped out here soon. You only have 25 seconds left to give before you have to sack off the point.
Yeah, the ad is so suffocating here. Like, even Exile and Nuts, they know they can keep peeking here because anytime they get taken low, they get an Uber and the other team doesn't. So, like, damage rate's really favorable defense. Here comes the Uber.
Yep, popped onto the other side. Zebra singled out and taken down, and a lot of good collapse coming in from the Bath side. TK's dead. Ace will get sniped, but so will Arbiter, and with Iku getting backstabbed, that should spell the end of this round. Mandem have all the players left on the point. They're going to take down the Stragglers and go up 2-1. So first half formally concluded with a 2-1 lead to Mandem.
Yeah, scout players can be monsters on this point. Like I think of so many of the greats too. Like there's so many that really hold it down. I think we have a pause here really quickly.
It'd be 90 seconds in the future, so I'm guessing like they ready up instantly and then someone pauses because someone was in the bathroom.
Right. Or this might be the unexec, because if Mandem win this is technically 2-0, right?
No, because that was only if they won the first round. It was
2-1.
Win limit 2.
Well, right. So,
no,
or like on stream
right
now,
yeah,
the score is 1-1.
there has to be unexec. Yeah.
Oh, but we have the cast, so good on the teams for not like... Or I guess it's really just shutting down the server, but... In any case, we are now live. We're back in the game.
Yeah, Stragglers coming in. They're getting a couple kills. Notably, Arbiter is getting some headshots. Does it matter? It looks like for now the answer is yes. Lizard's on the point here, and we called this round over, but that was far from the truth. Lizard gonna get taken down, though. Spawners in from Mandem, fighting through, and with the teleporter getting them back in time, they should be able to contest this. Yeah, it's okay to give up the cap if you are Mandem. You don't need a hard contest this. They will kill Nipnoff, though. And with Lemon jumping in and not getting a stab, that should make things pretty easy for them to walk up. Pyro doing a lot of damage, but Doombringer eats a reflect. Great play by Sholel there with Nuts getting the cleanup. It's hard to imagine the spawners from Monk Mode to keep coming in. They're going to try. Lizard's in, killing Swede, and Nuts is dead too. Iku stabbed though, so no heals. They are going to get the cap, but at what cost? Now your spawns are longer.
Honestly, yeah, Firepow's kind of right. The teleporter diff is really, really paying for itself multiple times over.
Yeah, that's an unexpected outcome. Yeah, losing their medic at the end there was the death knell. You have to keep your medic alive, because once that cap gets flipped and your spawns are longer, you're not winning that last second contest anymore. And there's the 2-1.
Yeah, this for anyone just joining us, first of all, nice. Second of all,
you're welcome.
Yeah. Basically there was a config issue, so Mandem got a free round, so the score is 2-1, even though we've just played out 2 rounds basically. So first 2-4 wins, so the next half will be just basically the regular config. If Mandem get 2 rounds, they win. If Monk Mode get 2 rounds, then we go basically to a third half, like a tiebreaker half. But yeah, let's take a look at the logs.
Yeah, I mean, Exile having a phenomenal game. We wondered how having a Ringer Demo Man would affect the combo coming forward, but it doesn't look like a problem at all. Exile's putting out the damage, staying alive, crucially, and doing a lot of work. We also see on the other side, Birdo is trying very hard on Monk Mode to get the carry through. He's over 400 DPM on Scout. I'd say outclassing Nuts by a bit. It's not like Nuts has been bad. Nuts has been perfectly serviceable, but Birdo is playing very well. It's just not been enough to get the second round on the board.
Yeah, I mean, looking at someone like Doombringer, like actually, I can check the actual like further stats, but having only 7 kills and top deathing, but like half of your kills are the enemy medic. Doombringer was a huge reason why they were able to stay in that game and got the round that they did. Even TK too, like TK was everywhere on the map. Like I remember there were a couple like hero plays kind of from Shulil, but yeah, when TK like hit the reflex at mid and then found the spy just at the right times, kind of made it so Aimboat didn't get too carried away, but still Aimboat putting up pretty nice numbers. Really, both spies playing pretty well. Both snipers playing pretty well. Arbiter actually top damaging for monk mode here, which is always a good sign. Like if your sniper's online on a Koth map, like it's winnable no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like monk mode, they obviously did win a round in that half, but I feel like they're playing up to, par to be able to get more rounds on the board. Birdo's having a great game, Arbiter's having a good game, Lemon's had good impact. I really feel like they've just kind of fallen short on like keeping players alive in the right situations. Like they're winning the fights that they need to win, but then they're bleeding players and they're trying to kind of hold space with less people. It looks like Mandem are kind of just getting more space in downtime. Their scouts able to run up onto the point. Their team takes bathhouse more often than monk mode does.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like. I really hope that monk mode is able to stay focused here because, to your point, like they were very close. Like obviously, like the rounds that were actually played were 1-1. So like monk mode does have a way into this match. Again, their medic really didn't die that much. Their sniper got a lot of frags. You have so many of the pieces that you need to take rounds here on Lakeside. I so hope they're able to like shake off the first hour here of the map and just kind of take this one fresh with that renewed focus. Try and say like, look, what happened. We got to figure out how to win the next couple rounds, not lament the previous couple rounds. So yeah, I'm really hoping they're able to turn that mental around, but who knows?
I'm gonna be honest, even though Doombringer has gotten into the combo a couple times, I feel like Jerry has had a lot of value just by playing Bath and then waddling through at the right time. I don't think you need to play Homing Missile Soldier on Lakeside necessarily if your bathhouse control allows you to just kind of get the damage off in post anyway. The Homing Missile Soldier is when you need like something out of nothing. But I don't feel like monk mode has to play like that. I feel like they can play for control and then see how the fight rolls out after that. I feel like Swede has kind of been able to play Bath a lot, Lizard a lot less so. So if more people can kind of get the Bath control for monk mode, I think they might have a bit of an easier time.
I like this. So thank you to our authors here in chat writing out the rest of the script here. Fish, after calling that it will be a 1-0 to Mandem, now is calling for a grueling 4-3. But I watched as Demento curves down the cursed monkey paw and says it will be a 4-3, but there will be 4 more pauses. So nothing comes for free, chat. Anyway, we're back into the game. Here's the second half. The score is 2-1 so far in favor of Mandem. I'm Rogue, this is Agron, we're on Lakeside. Let's see what we got here for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, monk mode need to get back into this match already. Well, technically they're only 1-1 in played rounds, so it's not like they're that far behind. We'll see if they can get on the board once more and tie things up, or if Mandem will continue their win streak. Birdo trying to run into the Bath instantly, and they do kill Jerry. Shout out to Doombringer for immediately going into Bath and fighting with his team. They're going to wipe Bath off the map, and now they get full control of it. So mid-fight win is going to be in from monk mode here once they get onto the point. Heavy, standing tall, Wizards on this high ground. Nuts very low, will barely survive, but Cap going to go through, and the rest of the team have to back up for Mandem. Wizard is so aggressive. He will live.
Yeah, I like it. Knowing that they had full HP and the rest of the team, the enemies don't. So actually, interesting. So monk mode basically yields bathhouse here. I kind of thought that would be where they plant their flag here to make sure they secure the rest of mid, but basically they just have Arbiter on that longer angle in bathhouse. Right now they opt to play Obelisk in towards point as well. Full even Uber on both sides.
Yeah, Scourge on bats, Lemon hunting him. We'll see if that sniper gets to keep playing the game. We'll drop down. Meantime, Uber on the point, popped out from both sides. It's a bit even on both sides, no one taking too much damage other than TK, but he will get stickied in post, so not positioning quite well to avoid those stickies. Aimbot dead in exchange, so that's going to be an 8v8 on this point, but Swede just threw Bath. Will get taken out instantly, nuked by the stickies. Sniper backstabbed as well, good find by Lemon, and Jerry's dead too, so this cap doesn't even come through for Mandem. They get pushed back.
They're working their way now. Actually, wait a second. Doombringer and Nipnop are in. Oh, and finds the pick. That's a very nice pick from Nipnop, finding the enemy medic. having so much impact here on Koth Engineer. Arbiter finding a late pick onto Ace as well. So again, that's more of the buildings that'll be down for even longer. And right now for Mandem, there's no way in.
Yeah, we saw that wasn't like a crazy bomb like Doombringer's doing in the first half. He just waddled through Bat. If you have Bat control on Lakeside, you have so many more ways to play the game. So I like the adaptations from Monk Mode here, as now looking to contest on this point again. They're 85% Uber, trying to stall to get it. It is a pretty huge ad, and Mandem, they want to force it and then leave.
Yeah, this is a strong hold so far. But are they going to be able to stop the point? Yeah, they actually use for it. You would hope that they would be able to.
Yeah, this is expected.
Exile actually going kind of low, and
Lemon's in the medic though, bumps and will have to get out. Can't get it for now, but Doombringer and Birdo overextend and they bleed, so no scout, no soldier in this post fight. Lizard's all alone on the point. We'll try and surprise Swede, does get that one off, but will get taken down for his trouble. As Mandem still haven't capped, they kind of delayed this one a bit long, looking for spawners I guess, but just not going to get any really big ones up. Exile and Swede are still dead, so if you are Monk Mode, you can try to contest here and force an Uber. Lemon in a bit early and doesn't get anything for his troubles.
For any new medic players, it's really important. Whoa, crazy reflex. Shule finds Zebra actually. But as your Ubers are going, you have to make clear to your team how good or bad it is. Actually, they get shoved way back off point. Nipnop is actually the only one kind of holding it down on Tunnel and will go down for it. Lemon trying to sneak into enemy lines, and we'll call them out here.
This is a good
We're going to get Uber for it.
Oh, but it gets melted. So they're not going to be able to get anything. And look at Jerry over on the enemy bats, going to be calling out that the combo is coming that way. Zebra is jumping onto the combo, so is Doombringer, and they're going to get Scourge and Oatsman. That's a great jump from the side of Monk Mode to get the two key targets that would stop this push from happening.
Amazing play. Iku now with this full ad actually, and the clock pretty strongly favors Monk Mode here still, so they very hopefully will be able to capture this without using your Uber. This right now is when you scream, sack protection, do not let our med get forced. We should be standing on point, we should be forward, but
I think they're going to have to pop because it looks like Mandem don't want to give this up. They're playing forward on the point. They have enough players to stop that, but with Swede getting stabbed, you gotta wonder how much space they can really hold. Bomb onto EQ and forced out. Really great play by Jerry there to force this Uber. The question is, can they catch onto Oatsman? The answer is no. Very far out of tunnel immediately. And, oh, they don't even get the cap right now because EQ gets sniped, and they're going to contest Mandem. They're running onto the point, trying to get these kills. Cap goes through anyway, but the question is, how hard can Monk Mode hold on? They get Exile. That's a pretty good kill, but how much can they really do with it without a medic? Doombringer's going to go in.
One. Ooh, almost finds the second. If that was a direct, it might. Honestly, the damage fall off might have ticked in at that point, but 70% now. Finally, Mandem getting the point back down. Great play out of Monk Mode so far. Like, if only they got a little bit more time. Like, you know, you have to look at the clock and say, like, is it enough for the enemy to get Uber? Yes or no? So at this point, we have a big ad for the Oatsman. So they're very comfortable to hold this for a while. But actually, Birdo and Zebra are kind of showing no fear.
Yeah, Point trying to get edged a bit here by Monk Mode, but Uber popped out from Mandem, trying to get the kills, and Iku too far forward, just gets nuked by Jerry. Jerry's constantly been a huge factor, gets another one at the end onto Nitnop, and with no medic alive, that Uber is free for Mandem, so they're standing tall, they're going to take into the time lead here, and Monk Mode, they need some big plays to get into the round, otherwise they're going down 3-1.
No Ubers on the board, and for anyone new to, ooh, nice find from Lizard onto Aimboat, but anyone new to Highlander, or TF2 in general for competitive here, whoever has the point has a longer respawn, so trades are good if you're attacking. So right now Monk Mode wants to go trade all these players down and then repush just before the overtime hits, but they kind of took their time in this repush. They took like a solid 20 seconds to start, but there's not going to be Ubers, and if there is, it's this ad.
They need a pick. They have to get kills before this Uber comes up for Oatsman, and they get Squeeze. That's a good start, but they really need more. They need picks and they need the cap, because once this Uber comes up, Mandem are going in.
With this point presence and having the heavy as like the linchpin there, does go down for it. Exile gets saved just barely. Zebra getting chased all around the dance floor.
Yeah, if you were Monk Mode, you had to get more aggressive there. You needed kills now. They are going to try and get onto the point in post, but they're only 5 alive. What can they really do here? They're going to get Arbiter. That's about it.
Yeah, this overtime is brutal. There's Birdo now like just barely trying to keep the point alive. Lemon is trying to get in position. Zebra's trying to get in position. Iku is nearby, but already half HP, already 30 HP. And there is the third round, so score so far 3-0 for Mandem. Sorry, 3-1.
Yeah, and it's match point for Mandem here. I feel like Monk Mode were really in that round. It's just playing too passive when they needed to get aggressive. It cost them in the end, you know, not identifying that they really had to get kills right there or they would lose to the Uber. Maybe the Uber is not being called out properly by Lemon, but he's in there. I doubt that he's not calling Uber. So yeah, either way, Mandem is up on match point. We'll see if they can close out here or if Monk Mode can fight it back.
Let's see, a strong bathhouse presence. They do not find aimbot. So a strong bathhouse presence from Monk Mode. They do
Iku's just dead instantly.
Iku's already down.
The question right now is that the Iku's pretty much only kill they have. Can they get more? Not gonna drop. So will Nuts and Oatsman though. Lemon with a huge 2k stab. Gonna actually keep Monk Mode alive on mid. Crucial find right there for the Monk Mode spy. And now they get control of the point and they get Uberat.
Doombringer now on 3 HP. Trying to find somebody in there, but I think did more damage to himself than they did to him. But anyway, Lemon is sort of the furthest forward right now, but can't quite see where they're coming from. Here they go. The Mandem come out the tunnel, but they don't have the sniper yet. Still, Scourge is just showing up now. There's a huge bathhouse presence here for Monk Mode, but actually half their combo is still playing point anyway.
Iku hasn't necessarily been charging Uber the best, only up on 15% at about, so there will be a pretty decent equalizer from Mandem in just a second. As Lemon on Bats looking for Scourge, but Scourge is over in Bathhouse trying to find the kill into Doombringer, but Sweege's pipe is shot down. Scourge will get Lizard at the end, so no heavies for either side, but with Zebra and Lemon both going down, it's a huge numbers add from Mandem right now.
In these Ubers, we have 98, 99
kill.
for Iku.
That's a huge kill, because now they can't pop Uber. They have no one to pop it on.
Oh,
They're just gonna solo the Pyro, but it shouldn't even force the Uber, I'm not gonna lie. They are just gonna pop in exchange. As Shola eats a headshot from TK, Doombringer in behind, Uber's out for both teams, and both gone, so Monk Mode happy with this. They are holding the point, they are gonna get their respawns. Jerry and Scourge going down, Sweet too, will be very helpful.
I have no idea how we just got a pick from Doombringer, who really had like a new lease on life, or kind of cheated death basically for a while there. The forward players actually, I guess really it's just kind of aimbot here, running interference. A lot of the Mandem who were forward went down for it. So actually still not a single cap this round from Mandem.
Yeah, Monk Mode playing very well this round. They've maintained Bath control. I think I've seen Sweege explode in the Bath entrance 3 times already, so it's not able to really get anything rolling from there. Nuts walking onto some stickies and exploding instantly, so that's a big loss for Mandem. They will get Birdo though, so no scap for either side.
80% Ubers on both sides here. If you can get the point before Ubers come up, this is enormous for Mandem. Like, that really turns this round around. Actually, the Uber does come out so quickly from Iku. How do they build that fast? They're shoving all the way across the point here. Sholo does stuff back a lot of the Uber.
Bringers in on the medic. Goomba stomps onto Oatsman and dead. What a pipe coming through from Zebra, taking down that opposing medic at the tail end of the Uber. And it was a 99% death again. And now Mandem very far on the back foot. Lemon's in the back line. Scourge got a match not long for the world. Oh, but barely gets saved by Sweep. So his fate will be different this time around. And now with 40% Uber at Monk Mode looking to hold on to the point.
That's crazy. Really well played out of the explosive classes here from Monk Mode. Like, again, fighting tooth and nail. Stay in the smash forward. Crazy commit from Mandem.
Iku's dead.
They're selling out.
Jerry full bomb onto the medic and blowing up Iku. Who's done that so many times this game so far. Arbiter still standing tall though until now. Gets shot down by Scourge. They guess yes win as Mandem get their first cap of the round. Headshot to Doombringer. Scourge says not this time. Gets a couple more for good measure. And sack unsuccessful. Mandem looking to kind of set up some roots here. They have a long way to go in this comeback. Over 2 minutes left to go before they equalize the time.
Yeah, Mandem with the pub push here, basically. Like, all right, we're out of time. We have no advantage, but we have to go. And boy, did that work. Honestly, they did it just before they were out of time, so they did, like, tactically thread the needle there. We have Arb on the long angle here from Ruins. The rest of Monk Mode working their way first onto Ruins, clear out Bath, and then onto point.
Monk Mode should sack or do some kind of pressure here to force this Uber out. Like, start with the point, yeah. Ritter's going to try and cap the point a little bit, but this Uber out is very big for Mandem. They might want to consider going in on it, but they're just going to take down Doombringer and hold tall right now. Not wanting to go in, and Cap getting edged out, but Zebra gets a body shot and taken down, so the Cap should be safe.
In this, Iku's getting so close to the Super, but you're right, like, that was a whole 45 seconds off the clock. Ooh, and there goes Lemon, losing your spy when you're really trying to find a way to, like, you know, crack the point open. That's one of the last people you want to lose. Scourge on a 5 kill streak.
Yeah, doming Arbiter right now. 4 SBS wins in a row. Huge for Mandem. They're going to need more if they want this round to keep going in their favor. Uber for both sides now. Mandem or Monk Mode are going to pop across the point. Counter Uber from Mandem. No one going down quite yet in this exchange, so we'll see what the post actually ends up doing. Arbiter back on bats. He needs to hit some headshots here, but it's Scourge instead chiming in. Now a dom onto Birdo. Scourge is popping off in this round. Nuts and TK going to both trade on opposing sides. Jerry too far forward gets taken down, and that's a 20-second spawn time.
Yeah, that's a long one. Jeez, we do have slight numbers out again for the attacking side, which right now is monk mode. Lizard working the way across the point and finds Ace. That actually is kind of huge because now this heavy, as long as he can get an arrow, here comes Iku. Wait, Lizard down so low. Sweeps peeking out from Bathhouse here finally. Berto in.
Their health is so low, but yeah, Berto is doing huge work right now, taking down Sweej, trying to get some more cleanup. Aimboat's dead, gets Zebra for his trouble though. That's a pretty quick kill to find. Berto wants kills, they need more damage down, but Jerry wins the soldier fight in Bath. That is control over to Mandem. Point capped over by monk mode. 20 seconds for Mandem to get on this and get tapping it. 95% Uber to 90 for Iku, but Iku's losing players. It's just a pyro again. This is gonna have to be a solo pyro Uber if they don't want to back up, and they're gonna do it.
Ooh, both teams use Uber here on point, trading a whole lot of nothing here. Usually these come down to whoever has more players in Bathhouse. Right now it's Nipnop and the mini sentry, so 1.5 players compared to 0.
Yep, Nipnop gets getting from Bath. Exile taken low, and look at TK doing a bunch of damage. Point isn't capped, by the way. It's overtime now for monk mode. Mandem has to get on it. Lemon's in, stabs Exile, stabs Shulil. Lemon at the perfect time comes in for that chain, and now the hit scan classes are in, cleaning it up. Nuts, Scourge both going down, and they can't get onto the point anymore. Mandem lose that round. Monk mode bringing it back, now only down 2-3.
This caught me so off guard, but in the Soldier 1v1 in Bathhouse, I saw Jerry hit a 360 onto Doombringer, and like Doombringer got the frag, but I still feel like he lost the trade just by getting siled on.
Yeah, and then at the end, the respawner is just making such a big difference for monk mode as we're into round 6 here. Mandem's still on match point. Monk mode, if they win this one, they take us to golden cap.
Here we go. Yeah, this is a close match. Everything we hope for. And boy did we earn it. It better be a good one after you know, we had such a long appetizer, or I guess fasting. In any case, there's so much point control here from Mandem. They're spread across the point. They're in Bathhouse.
Sweej just 1 HP, trying to eat the sandwich in the corner, but Jerry pays for it. If Lizard sees us heavy, that's a dead Sweej too. They're gonna try and get onto him, need some help. Lizard is a submarine right now, and Lizard can't win it out. In the meantime, point capped up by the side of Mandem. And Iku dropped in that fight as well by the spy. Aimbot finding good revolver shots to give his meta full Uber at.
Again, these full ads, like it feels like the whole world is your oyster when you know, you're on Coffin with this full ad. Like, do we go forward or do we play back? And like, honestly, normally I'd recommend getting a little farther forward at this level of invite, but we saw monk mode like really take their time. Like, where's the sack? Where's the dry? Where's anything? Here they come, like slowly walking towards point. Iku's already almost halfway to the Uber. Finally, now we have a couple people starting to cap. They find Lemon already so early. They don't have Bathhouse control. Like, what is there for monk mode right now? Like, the medic's committed, but there's no way to capture it.
Yeah, and Scourge, another pick onto Berto. Berto's gotten sniped off this point a lot. Lemon fighting an engineer and gonna win that one, so at least you have that kill to go off of. It's not huge though. Doombringer looking to see if there's a jump in to force the medic, and he will go for it. 1 rocket, 2, good hold by Oatsman there, and able to keep that Uber charge.
Yeah, they still have had Iku's getting some Uber here, and actually this is a really nice cap time, but again, like, yeah, if you're Mandem, you're waiting for this to use into them, and it's a huge ad. They're going to find Lizard.
Jerry got Iku. He torpedoed into the backline, had 1 rocket, and landed it directly onto Iku. That's the pick that they need to really get this round in their grasp.
That was crazy from Jerry. That was like a freaking lights out play. Really well done. This is going to be 30 ad for the Oatsman, and a quick find too. Like, Scourge has really been turning it on here too. It feels like it's really tough to peek when the enemy sniper is like kind of found their groove. So actually, it's a really fast recommit from the side of monk mode because again,
Jerry's
you get
back
those
in
fast
again.
spawns.
He just kills Arbiter for free and still just being a nuisance on this back line. Trying to fight Berto right now. Will jump in. He has 1 rocket to go. Trying to shoot down. He gets some damage off, but they aren't going to get Iku. But all this pressure from Jerry is doing so much. Monk mode can't even walk out of their spawn without him just being on them.
Yeah, I'm glad you gave that shout out on Jerry for like before the match, because Jerry has just been so like consistently strong, right? And is one of those like generalist play styles that works well on every team, right? Like, he never like really misplays severely, but he always finds these like, you know, strong expected value plays, and even goes for those hero plays every so often. A crazy exchange here on point. Wait, it's so early.
95
the point goes down.
For Iku. 95 for Iku, and dead at 95%. They can't get their Uber. Nothing has gone right for monk mode in this round. They at least get the cap, but such a silver lining is they're going to lose players. They have longer spawns, and you gotta imagine it's only a matter of time before the recap comes in from Mandem.
Yeah, I'm really not following this like half dry push theory without Uber, and it's our disad. Doombringer on, what is this, 11 HP goes down in Bathhouse. Some of these are pretty late deaths, especially because it's only 30 seconds left on the clock. There's no Ubers, which is great, but you have a long way to cross through, especially with Scourge holding the long angle here from Bath.
Yep, Jerry's Reign of Terror stalled right now. Arbiter gets some revenge there, as Lemon through Bathhouse wants to find Scourge really bad, but protected by his Pyro. Sholo finding that spy out. Bomb from Doombringer, though, the distraction, they can't get in. Really great positioning by Oatsman, being away from that bomb. Recap being forced right now by Monk, but they really need to get onto point here. It's about to be overtime. Scouting heavy right side, and Swede winning that one for now, but the Jiggle Peaks are too strong, will get taken down.
Yeah, this 75 now for Iku, if they're able to stay in the game here, they have a strong position here, but yeah, it's only Doombringer and Lizard are your point cappers. Here's Birdo getting some time on the cap.
90%
and actually, if you
Iku.
Power Tank Lizard, this
95.
is strong.
They need this Uber. Aimboat's on him though. 98, 99 gets Uber, pops immediately. Saves as many players as they can. Iku gets Uber that time. It's a change of pace, but the game is not over quite yet.
So the medic heals 25 HP per second unless they have crit heals, and so when your heavy is like 80 HP like that, it's like, thank God, I got a full, what is that, like almost 12 seconds of continuous healing of just straight Uber charge. So yeah, great work there from Iku to keep that beam maintained, get that Uber, but there's still a massive ad for the Oatsman coming up on 90% right now, which is a 40 ad. So we'll see if they're able to close this distance, or even Monk Mode can't decide where they want to hold.
Great opening for Scourge there, finding Arbiter, shutting down his 5k, and that's the big opener you need from Mandem. They're going to get out, they're going to pop Uber across the point. Iku's on 75. They need to stall the cap. If the cap goes over, the game is over. Not 80% for Iku. Aimboat's dead. XL's dead. Great bomb by Doombringer to make a distraction. They need to buy time. Buy just a bit more time. 95% for Iku. The players are dropping around them. 98, 99, popping immediately. How many can they save? 1, 2, 3 getting flashes. They're cleaning up. Sholel dead. Ace dead. Nuts dead. And they hold on just barely. Iku scraping it so close with this Uber twice in a row.
Yeah, they're so barely holding into this round. Scourge on the long angle from Ruins. We'll find nobody right now. Great calling basically from Monk Mode here, knowing that that's not safe to peek right now. Aimbot is calling out. Ooh, Aimbot is found.
Yeah, will get taken down for his trouble. Lemon's in on Swede. That's going to be a backstab. It's going to be onto Jerry and Swede. Big 2k from Lemon. Bat is clear. Ace is dead too. So is Nuts. Lizard walking up onto the point and getting that damage down. Scourge is dead. It's just Oatsman right now, and they are getting out to spawn, so that's a silver lining. Uber going to be even for both teams, but quietly, Monk Mode has clawed this one back. They're only like one good fight win away from taking us to the 7th round.
And this time, the Ace Teleporter does go down. A nice call from Zebra and Lizard to basically shut that out, because if it was up right now, we have a very different overtime on our hands, but still full even Ubers for both teams.
Yep, Uber popped out from both sides. Scourge is stabbed. Lemon has a great find before the fight even starts. He's on a spawn timer. Now we'll see what Arbiter can do with the free reign. Uber's end. No one. They're going to lose Doombringer and Nitnop. That's Bath open for Jerry and Swede to go in.
This point presence, yeah, the Bathhouse control, it feels like it's always the difference maker at the end of the game. Like, you can watch the evaluation bars swing in favor of whoever has Bathhouse control.
Swede and XL are dead. The combo is so weak for Mandem right now. It's Pyro, it's Jerry. Jerry's dead. Sniper on the side. Scourge quickscopes Birdo. Huge find. And stab onto Arbiter. It's just 3 players left. Zebra, Iku. Reinforcements coming in. Doombreaker. Reflects coming from Sholil, but taken low. Has to get off the point. Chaos unfolding as there's the rocket from Doombringer. Gets 2. Aimbot going down to the mini sentry, but they can't get onto the point anymore, and that's Mandem closing things out 4-2, a close one overall.
Yeah, honestly, shout out both teams. I appreciate the sportsmanship. A lot of GGs here. This was a hard-fought match, and I'm glad that we got to see it play out here, because, wow, they sorry, crazy thunderstorm here. I just saw the sky light up a color I never seen before. But anyway, they really like fought tooth and nail, I think, on both sides. Like, for Monk Mode to have put on such a show, especially like in this last round, like for that to go to double overtime despite them having to climb up an entire mountain's worth of time in that round, it's incredible to see out of them. Shout out to our correct score guessers here for predicting the 4-2 in favor of Mandem. And yeah, let's dig into the stats here a little bit.
I really okay, it would have been one thing if after the point was awarded at the start, if one of the teams just completely swept through, like if we ended 4-0 or 4-1 for either side. But the fact that the rounds, after the one to start from Mandem, went monk mode, mandem, mandem, monk mode, mandem, right? If we're at 3-2, monk mode has a chance to win another. The 7 was technically possible. It was very possible, honestly. But we'll never know. So at the end of the day, the 4-2 at 10:30 or at 11:13 Eastern time is where we land. Man, I'm getting this match win, a very important one. Could be the difference maker at the end of the season. We'll see. But I mean, overall, I would say they were the better team on the day.
Yeah. Crump saying, Crump is the hero we need but don't deserve. We're all here on the 19th anniversary of Team Fortress 2, almost. Was that in August? I forget when TF2 was released exactly, but been a long 19 years, gang. I'm happy to be here with you all. But with all that said, like, I'm looking at these stats, and this is kind of insane where, yeah, the Scourge, 24 and 10, like, honestly, there's kind of no way into a sniper like that. You know, because, like, we could see a sniper go off in like one of the rounds, or maybe even two, but, like, basically to show that performance over these past 3 rounds, it's just impossible to get anywhere. Like, not just Scourge stopping them from entering or contributing to the mid fights, but also even when people going for the sack. I remember Scourge hit this crazy like quick 2k onto like the soldier and scout or something like that who were sacking in. So yeah, really well played out of Scourge. Definitely my MVP for the second half here.
Yeah, I mean, I personally want to give MVP to Exile. Had a phenomenal game overall while being a ringer coming in. Did really good. Didn't die nearly, like, didn't die an excessive amount at all. Put out the damage. It was just a really solid rock for the team, and that's what you want out of your ringer. You can't ask for more.
Yeah, I mean, Exile played like crazy. He like did such a great job. So much damage, and again, like you said, like especially someone like Exile, who's like that more aggressive player in general, is kind of more prone to getting caught out. So like for him to have this impact without getting caught out, like that's everything you could hope for yet again. Like that makes it so difficult for monk mode, but they really showed us their mettle. Hey, oh my goodness, all the fans in chat. Good to see you, Doombringer. What's going on, everybody? But yeah, no, I'm seriously really impressed with what I saw on both sides. Like for the monk mode team, again, to have their backs against the wall, you know, like full disad, 2.5 minute deficit, and yet bring it to double overtime. Like that was crazy. I am, despite the rough start here, I'm legitimately really glad we got to see this, because for everyone here watching, like this is the type of match that decides who's going into playoffs, who's going to make it far in playoffs. And you know, we got to see both teams really give it their all here on this map, so I'm really happy with what I saw.
Yeah, and just last second addressing the elephant in the room. Yes, the start was scuffed, miscommunications and all that, and eventually the 1-0 point awarded to Mandem because of the illegal re-exec is definitely like marks left on this match that will be felt. But at the end of the day, what happened, and I would not say Mandem were undeserving overall of the win. I think they played well enough. We'll never know if monk mode would have taken us to 7 and, you know, potentially may have won it out, but from what we were able to see, not an undeserving win at all. And that's going to really about sum up my thoughts on it. We were here for a long time. We probably want to get going here and let all of you get going as well. So, Rogue, any last shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, I'll keep you here for a little longer. So if you're these teams, I really would look back through this match, because not only were there, like, you know, you always want to shore up your mistakes, sure, but I think there were also so many hero plays, like from almost every character on both teams. So like if you were to look back at this match and say, like, when did our soldier open it up like crazy? When did our sniper get these, you know, 4K mid fights or something like that? How can we make that happen more often? Like kind of taking that ball and running with it, I think will take you really far in this season and in your career in general. So again, really well played out of these teams. Shout out to production and the admin staff for figuring this out. Yeah, happy to be here. Now I'll let you go, Zach. It's been a long night. You've earned it.
Yep, as of you, and as of all of you in chat. So thank you all for watching this match. We'll be back next Monday for some more Highlander action. We have a very good match next week. I do believe it's a 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3 seed match coming at you, so you won't want to miss that one. In the meantime, that's going to be it for us tonight. So from Dolphin, Rogue, and me, thank you all for coming out, and we'll see you next Monday.